going to explore why it's relevant to understand about energy and how it's connected with transformation. Then we are going to actually to have some awareness of the magic moments of transformation, which are in stories that we all have. Then we are going to learn from ancient wisdom, especially from the Lakota, the Keros, and the Druids. I'm going to explain a little bit what is the perception that they have in relation of energy and transformation. Then I'm going to give an example from Educating the Heart program, which is a program that has been designed based on the wisdom of the medicine wheel. And then with our collective energy, we are going to see how to transform energy in the work that we do. So a little bit of the rationale for the ones that actually have the head that is right now saying, but how are we going to do this, and what is this about? A little bit of food for the head, but from the feeling, okay? Because the head also can feel. So first of all, is how important is to focus on intention and attention. I love this word in Spanish. Spanish is my first language. It's intención and atención, which is only one letter, the one that is different, the first letter. And the idea behind is that when we focus our intention and attention, we actually activate something that is the passion. And as we know, passion is an emotion. And when we activate emotions, we can activate many emotions, but I want to focus in the passion, because the passion is actually connected with intention and attention. When we activate emotion, emotion creates motion. Emotion basically is like the one that activates that. What is that? And then motion creates action. And one element that is actually super important to remember is that action is an antidote for despair, to keep hope. And this is coming from, again, from an assumption that action, when I am activating my passion and I do something, whatever is that, and I say a different scale, when I notice that I'm doing something, that is an antidote for despair. No wonder why there is so many research about volunteering being really good for the well-being. But not only, but any action actually is an antidote for despair. And hope is actually something that we will see that is really important in all these models of ancient wisdom. But all this, it's important to understand about energy, and I'm going to explain why. And then is this idea of thinking with my heart, feeling with my head, and take action. So doing something with my hand. All these three elements. And for the ones that know Theory U actually based on this, on the thinking, on the feeling, and on the action, which actually comes from ancient wisdom. Okay, so very briefly, I'm going to explain about energy. Because if we are talking about change and transformation, we need to pay attention to energy. And we're going to do something together about energy. I'm going just to say something that you probably study at school. At this moment, I say that if I could go back, I probably would study physics. I study anthropology, but I probably would study physics, because that explains so much of life. But anyway, this one is the first law in physics, the first law of thermodynamics, which is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. We are in the field of change. We're in the field of transformation. This is actually super important to notice, and super important to say, what do you mean by this? Well, let's explore, okay? The other thing, this is, by the way, Einstein. There is another quote by Einstein, who actually was questioned all over the years, but then people come back and say, yeah, actually, he was right. I love this one, which is, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics.